What's going on, you guys? Kenny here, also known as SolidFan85. Welcome to a vlog. I'm going to try not to make this too long, but I'm currently sitting in my car, and I wanted to reflect what I've been through the last few days with everything that's happening here in Texas, and I wanted to present some thoughts on that. First, just to cover what's happened. So, there's been a lot of power loss in Texas, and I've been impacted by that. Obviously, with being a bit of a content creator, and I've been doing YouTube for, going on 12 years now. I've obviously met a lot of strangers online. I've met a lot of you guys, befriended you, and, we built the best community bar none here on YouTube, in my opinion, although I'm a bit biased. But you guys have always been there to support each other, off and on. And I know you've helped support me in a lot of ways. And I can never thank y'all enough for that. I'll never be able to. I will never be able to. But I'm in a unique position as a content creator. I have a little bit of a platform, a very small platform. I'm not, a huge YouTuber, and in a lot of ways I'm thankful for that, because I could be, I have time for you guys when I can make it in my own life. And I'm not one of these guys that's got, or gals that has thousands of people DMing them every day, or replying at them every day on Twitter, or commenting every day. I check my comments here on the YouTube channel when I can. Most of the comments, they come from the vlogs and the help and tip videos that we do. Sometimes on the stream, and a lot of chat during the stream, obviously. And during the streams, I do my damnedest to engage with at least 99% of the comments that come through chat. I miss a few every so often, but, I'm human. But with that said, there's a lot of people that don't have that kind of community support, especially during times like these, during the pandemic, when people have felt lonely. Let's be honest, suicide rates went way up because people were disconnected. They didn't have any human connection at all. And it is, as somebody that faced that darkness myself before the pandemic, before everything became widespread, that feeling of like you're in for me, it was like being in a locked room. Nothing but darkness. There was a monster lurking somewhere, and that darkness was myself. It was the demons of my past that were toying with me, and really making me feel lonely and disconnected. And it's one of the worst feelings in the world. And the only way you can really feel you could stop it and get away from it is to do something very, very drastic, and it's not easy. But with that said, even with the pandemic, with everything going on here in Texas, currently in my situation, I have no power. I can't take a shower. I have no internet aside from going to Wi-Fi every so often. And with everything, it really does interrupt my lifestyle. But at the same time, I'm also grateful, because it's also helped me in ways realize and look at things that I took for granted on a daily basis, and thought that, I don't really need to worry about it. I never really had to. And that's gas, right? Because obviously with no power, with no internet, I had to get around. I had to keep warm. My parents had to keep warm, and we've been doing that and getting power to our devices like phones via our vehicles. If we didn't have a car, if we had to walk everywhere, it would have made things so much more dire. And, to be straight up honest, a lot more unhealthy. As weird as it sounds to say, but, when you've got temperatures dropping to 2 degrees, and you got to go out in it just to find something, to get some groceries or something, that's not easy. And there's family without cars. There's families without food. There's families facing much more dire straits than I am right now, even with no power and, no internet to keep my lifestyle going that I'm used to. But I also grew up in an age without internet, you know. So I'm kind of getting back to my roots here a little bit. I'm finding ways to entertain myself without the use of power or technology, really, you know. And it's pretty crazy to think that at one point in my childhood, and some people watching this, some people in the community, you know, when you grow up in a world without internet, in a world without, well, at a small point in my life, video games or, you know, any kind of media to keep you entertained, it can be pretty pretty boring, to be honest. But you know, you make do, and there were things you did to really keep your brain entertained, and it's pretty crazy. But above all, what times like these really show us is community, helping people, reaching out. I've had a lot of people reach out to me recently, due to COVID, due to the personal struggles that I've had, due to my father's death, due to everything going on now with the weather. It has been a hard road for me the last almost year with every single thing that has been happening in my life. But that's personally. Overall, everybody else has been going through their own struggles, especially economically, especially weather-wise, and their, you know, lifestyle being impacted, their lives being impacted, their health being impacted. But one thing about humanity that always comes through with us, no matter how divided we can get, no matter what kind of thing to come along that'll entice us to separate and have a tribal mentality of those people aren't worth my time, or those people we shouldn't talk to, or those people don't know what they're doing. One strong fact about humanity is that when it comes to times like these, a lot of us, and most of the human beings around the planet, do tend to unite and look out for each other. We may still have our differences. We may still have the way we were brought up, the things we believe in, our views, our thoughts, our own ideas, our opinions, but we're still all breathing the same air. We still have the same colored blood. We still have the same internal struggles, the same mentalities, the same brain blueprint. We all have our emotions and we all have our needs. And what I've seen lately is a lot of people looking out for each other, especially times like these. So I wanted to thank y'all, and I wanted to share that, because a lot of times, especially in our societies of nowadays, you're really raised to fight for your own, do your own, you know, and be the strongest individual you can. And I think sometimes it's forgotten that when you're a part of a strong community as well, you can also be a very strong person, and that can empower you even more. So I just wanted to share that and just reflect a bit. And I really do thank y'all for everything over the years. Everything that y'all have done for the channel, that you've contributed, you chat, comment, you know, whatever it may be. Thank y'all. Because it's helped empower me, and hopefully along the way I've helped empower y'all. Because again, a very strong individual that is a part of a strong community can be even more empowered. Or even those of us that have felt the weakest can feed off the strength of the community and feel stronger for it. So stay safe, stay sane. Remember, you're awesome, and never let the world tell you otherwise. And remember to contribute to your fellow man. You know, love them for who they are. We're all different. We all have different opinions. We all have our difficulties, but we're all still human. See you.